Hello everybody, bienvenido a todo. Welcome to Vablut with me, Vablut, and we are once again in BeamNG.Drive doing a base model challenge, and we are going to the Nordschleife pre-2019. I actually don't know what the difference is between that and the whatever the next one is. The not, and there seems to be, it seems to be a little bit bigger, the full. Well, I've been doing it on the pre-2019 one, so I'll keep doing it on that one anyway. Yes, 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 there we go. Right, so we've got, what have we got? Our winning car is a BMW 5 Series, which I did a while back. I didn't make a video of this one. This was just a sort of like, can I get a decent car around? It was still the base model, so I will. I think it was anyway. It's a 520i, so I think that's the base model. And then similarly, and then the second fastest was somehow um, this, which I did in the last video, the 1.6 Skoda. Still like a minute slower than that BMW, but not bad for like a base model 1.6. And then there was another BMW, which again I didn't make a video of. And then there was my Peugeot 205, which this is one I didn't make a video of, but I did make a video of the other one, this one, which is in my last video, and this was a bit of a fail because I crashed it. I think I crashed it once and ended up like having to hobble around, so I ended up like a full like 30 seconds slower than the other one, but not bad considering it's a slightly slower car. A slightly slower, older model of the 205, and then that was my first one that I ever did, the Dacia, what's this called? Sandero, that's it, 1.2L Access, which was very slow because I crashed it like 3 times. So we are going to find another car to do with a base model. I don't think these Audis have a base model. Well, maybe that's a base model, but I think that's going to be too fast, quite frankly. What I'm going to do, actually, I think I'm going to do maybe I'll do this BMW. I don't want to do a diesel, though. I want to do the petrol. I don't know. I feel like if I do the diesel, it's going to be. I don't know actually. What does LCI mean versus X-Drive? So that's automatic manual. X-Drive A. That must be like a DSG special automatic or something. Oh no, it's a 4-wheel drive. I think X-Drive is. Well, in that case, I'll just go for the D. Yeah, let's give a diesel a go. I didn't say anything about what fuels they were going to use, so may as well. No, I should probably do morning. I think early, noon, or morning. Yeah, I'm trying to think which way I'm going. I'm going. Where? Oh no, I will be going east. Oh, I'll just do early noon. Okay, right, there we go. 5 series we're going to do then, and if I've got time after this, I'll do the. Well, if I don't, well, theoretically, I should. It should only take me 10 minutes to get around. But you know how difficult it is to drive like properly. I've said before, and I'll say it again. It's hard when you're like in a. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? Oh, I love this. I love this model BMW F5 Series. Probably the only nice looking one in the past 20 years. No, no, no. Wait, what year is it now? Yeah, in the last 20 years, because the 90s BMW 5 Series, which I think is the best looking of all time, ended in about 2003, I think, and then they introduced that new one designed by Chris Bangle, which was bloody awful. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got. I think we've got some texture issues with their backlights, but oh well. Still looks gorgeous. Oh, look at that flashing light. Oh, oh, oh. You can feel it. It doesn't. Not quite as peppy on the acceleration, but also has that kind of mid-range grunt that you get from diesels, where like they're like predictably pushy in the mid-range. Well, the torque is. Well, they're very good towers. This would be very good for towing a caravan down a motorway. Oi. You can tell I'm getting into it when I'm like leaning into the corner, like, oh, come on. if anyone remembers when they're kids playing on a PS1 or for the first time, and you're like list with a controller, you can tell somebody who hasn't played video games as an adult if they do that, because it's like, oh, you never had that experience as a kid to like grow out of it, so you still like kind of think that, oh, if I turn the controller, it will turn the car more. Thing is, it's come full circle because the PS5 does now have like motion control and the Switch, and you can do Gran Turismo 7 with motion controls actually doing that controller thing, which is actually quite funny. I didn't like it though, at all. I mean, as bad as the Oi! Fuck, that's too much. Oh no. Oof. Oh no. No, I can't even turn left. Bollock. Okay, I'm gonna have to restart. Oh, okay, well, okay, that's the first on-screen fail I've had where I have to probably restart. No, wait, let me just explain why I have to restart. Like, I literally, I can turn this way, but that wheel, that front wheel, oh, hang on, no, oh no, the back wheel's out. No. No, and the car, I think, keeps stopping. You see the wheel, I can just about turn it, but yeah, it's done. Okay, well, okay, let's give it a go then. What can I say? This stuff happens. It was good. It was. I feel like I gave it my best, and immediately smashed it into a wall within 2 minutes. You watch me do exactly the same again. Listen, it's hard to drive when you're talking at the same time. What I want to know is if I can beat my time with the petrol previous Gen 5 series that currently sits at the top. I didn't crash that one when I did it. It's not on film, so I can't prove that I didn't, but I didn't. But I also wasn't pushing it very hard. I really was trying to be like, and I need to remember to do that because this controller is an Xbox Series X controller, and you know that modern controllers, the triggers are analog, so like you don't have to push all the way down. You can push like halfway down and get some acceleration. And I think that's why I was just getting wrong. I was going from like 0 to nothing constantly, like it was an on-off input rather than a range. It's like if you were driving a car and all you were the only way you were driving was like full pedal down versus off throttle, and then they were the only two inputs you were doing. It's like at some point you're gonna spin out or explode the engine. Sure, my poor little Seat thinks that I have a car that isn't in this game. Sadly, I don't think there are any Seat mods I've ever seen for this. I have a Seat Arona, which wouldn't be a very good car for BeamNG, I don't think. There is a Volkswagen T-Cross actually, which is actually the Volkswagen version. It has exactly the same box, but it's more of a practical car than a drivey fast car. And that's saying something because they're not doing a Dacia Sandero around here. But the Arona definitely has like a boxier shape, like higher roofline. Makes it feel very spacious inside, but it would lean a lot in corners. Like there's a few turns near me where you approach a motorway and it oof. Oh, this is that turn, isn't it? Ooh. Yeah, so like a few turns where you approach a motorway so you can start getting up to speed, but there's still like a sharp curve. And yeah, I can definitely feel it like hanging on for dear life. That's what makes it quite good, because I don't wanna get into an accident driving a little Seat Arona like a thug. If I wanted to do that, I'd have got an Ibiza. Because those are good for driving. They're very much lower to the ground. I'm doing some handbrake turns. I'm getting confident. You can tell I'm getting confident. Misplaced confidence. Misplaced confidence. No! Oh, bollock. Oh, I can feel that I've knocked off the tracking again. Sod's law. I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm getting confidence. Smash into a fucking wall. Well, that's life for you, isn't it? If you ever watch videos of people driving around the Nürburgring, you can actually tell when they start getting overconfident and do that. Oh, it's going really slow. I think, I don't, like, it feels like the brake is going on, which makes me feel like there's, like, a safety system that's, like, preventing me from getting up to speed. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. People do, like, some of these models do have the because it feels like when I get to 30, it automatically limits me. Is it 60? No. Or maybe I've just broken the traction control. It's going to be painful to drive around like this. Okay, I'll tell you what the rule is going to be. Third time charm, and if I don't get it on the third time, then I have to give up and abandon it, and try a different car. That's the rule. I make it up on the spot. Throw caution to the wind. Do what we want. What can I say? Once again, distracted by talking. You try this. You try driving a basement. Oh wait, no, I don't need to. I didn't need to do that. Still on the BMW. Still on the 520d. Right. Yeah. Okay. Play. Yes, early noon. Right. Okay, let's see. Third time lucky. I got around a bit further that time. I need to stop thinking I'm all that. Like, oh, I'm doing handbrake turns. Yeah, because you're a dickhead who thinks you're all that. With that said, I'm going to do one around this first corner. Because it's low speed, so it doesn't matter. It's when it gets high speed, that's when you start suddenly finding the car is like, it's going off to the left, but I'm turning right. What's happening? You believe this is a diesel, and it's giving me the most trouble of all the cars I've driven so far. To be fair, I don't know what the issue is with that constant brake application after I crash, but I'm assuming either there's like something that like someone doing this, like simulated a safety system that just like will apply the brakes if it detects something is wrong, or that I've hit something that keeps like stopping the wheel from moving. But it would be painful to try and drive the car around like that, because it would be the slowest I've ever done. And also, there's nothing more frustrating than a car that just like, keeps braking. I suppose one that's on fire and we're just slowly burning to death probably would be quite bad. But whoa, 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 whoa! I love those moments when you see them in Nürburgring videos in real life, where someone just like overthinks it, overcorrects, then overcorrects again, and it's like the car just wobbles really like a lot, and you're like, what were they doing? What was going through their head? What were they trying to do? I was definitely overthinking that. I was like, oh no. Do not send me into that war. Oh, thank God. If you're wondering why I keep honking the horn, it's because it's on the left stick. It's the L3, well, I don't know what you call it, the left stick button that you push in. So every time I'm like really hard on the steering, I'm pushing that button in, and that's why I'm honking the horn. Oh, come on. Quite a nice car to drive. Smooth, I think, is the word. I'm trying to think. This one's rear-wheel drive. I'm trying to think what other one rear-wheel drive on. The Octavia was front-wheel drive. The other BMWs were obviously rear-wheel drive. Any others that I tried? I think that little Fiat 126 that I had the slowest time in, that was rear-wheel drive and rear-engined. Not remotely sporty though. Okay, right. Was this where I crashed? This is where I crashed before, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, we're potentially making it slightly further. Oh wait, no, it was here. It was around here, wasn't it? Yeah, once again, need to learn not to hold that accelerator down at its absolute limit. Oh, at least diesel's good for the hills. I learned to drive in a diesel and it was bloody brilliant. Because where I learned to drive was like literally some of the steepest hills in Madrid. It was like a lot. But it meant that like doing hill starts was great, and then when I bought my first car, which was my little petrol Seat. Okay, that was really light. That was light. Okay, I've knocked off the tracking, but it doesn't seem like doesn't seem like it's applying the brake. Okay, no, that's fine then. Okay, right, that's fine. Okay, so yeah. This is going to be difficult because I'm going to have the same problems that I had in the 205 last time, but this car is much faster, so it's going to be pulling off a lot more, which is going to make corners a lot trickier, especially if it starts understeering to the right, because you see it's pulling to the left now. Luke, for goodness sake. Just for once, because you're not driving into a bloody barrier. I wonder what the sensation is like in real life when you do that. You knock the tracking off. I remember I thought I did it in my car once. But it was I realised it was actually just crosswinds. I was like, oh no, I must have knocked it when I hit the curb too hard when I was parking. I'm going down the motorway feeling like the car's being pulled to the left. And then when I drive behind a lorry, I'm like, oh my god, it's perfect, isn't it brilliant? Come out the lorry like, whoa! Oh wait, okay, right, it's crosswinds. To think, I did actually have that sign, the crosswind sign, on my theory test. What does this sign mean? I can't actually remember what the fucking sign looks like either. Oh, it's like a windsock, that's it. Clever bastards were like, oh, it means airport. Airport, or no, I think one of the options was it means an airfield, or one of them was like a private airfield, and the other one was crosswinds. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's crosswind. I don't think they'd be telling me that I'm like driving on an airport. I think you need more than like a little triangular sign for that. Yeah, I'm stuck not getting up too fast up to high speed at the moment because it's much harder to keep the steering straight at these speeds. In comparison, the 205 was a dream. I mean, it's not as bad as it should be because I think this has power steering as opposed to the 205, which definitely didn't. And I think the power steering is like making it lighter. But it's in that case it makes it even harder because it's like trying to find the specific point where the wheel's straight is much more difficult. Okay, this is the other bit where they usually do the videos. If you ever watch YouTube, that little bit, lots of cars going off into that sand trap. This might be one of the last good-looking BMW saloons. No, I'm going to sound like a misery, but I bloody hate modern BMWs. Those horrible, huge grills they have. They're just obnoxious. You know, you look at like a BMW from the 90s and you think subtle elegance. And now you look at them and you're like, I don't know what the word is. Like the same way that like like Cadillacs in the 70s, they just went like really over the top. Everything was just chrome, and they were like fussy. There's a word for it, like chintzy, I think, like just very. Leaning over once again to force the car. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when I was a kid and my dad used to have drive a Lada Riva. In the UK, that's the one that's like very ubiquitous Lada, based on like an old Fiat design from like the 50s or something. I used to have a Riva Estate. I was like, I think it was a Sea Reg, red, horrible thing. And when we went up hills, he'd be like, "Lean forward, everyone, lean forward. We got to get up the hill," because it was like lethargic. Because I mean, it was like fourth hand when he bought it, and it was it must have lost like pretty much all of its horsepowers from when it was first produced. There is a mod here, but I don't know if it's like it's a Taz, and I don't know if that's the maybe the Russian version, or it's a version of the Lada for this game. Like as in it's not based on a real thing, it's just an imitation. We're not too bad for time. I don't think I'm going to beat that other one's time because there's some tricky turns here. And this car ain't cornering well at the moment. I'm trying to think that the ooh. Oh, hang on, no, wait. Can I actually get this under 10 minutes? Imagine I done it in a diesel with a smacked up front axle. And I'd beaten my time in a BMW, which I did. Hang on, let me have a look. Which I did. Oh, wait. Okay, you can watch me slow motion crashing into that wall behind. It's okay. The time trial is over now. Which I didn't crash that BMW at all, but I did go very slow. So, like, shows that if you push it, even if you smash it up, you can go a lot faster. I mean, if I can get around this course in a decent car, um, without crashing, I I might be able to even get faster than 9 minutes. You never know. Right, let's change the car now. We need something else. Right, so I've done a BMW, so you've got something fastish, maybe in a diesel-based model, but not bad, not bad. I'm not going to do another Dacia, not yet. These are all fake cars. Oh, I did want to do the S-Max. I might do the S-Max. Is there anything else I could do? What about the Defender? Is there? They do have a base model one. I'll think on that. I'll think on that. I might come back and do the Okay, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do the S Max. I think that'd be more exciting because I haven't done anything MPV like yet, have I? Okay, we'll do a 1.5 Ecotech. Let's see, can I get it in? Can I put it in red? Lucid red or ruby red? Put in lucid red and select vehicle and. Okay, right. Well, hang on, no, let me just check again. I'm assuming it's the base model because it's the first one, but actually there are some down the bottom that look a bit more base model-y. That looks more base model-y, doesn't it? Oh, it still is E-Tech, but it's got plastic wheels. What do you think? Oh, that's a 1 point... Oh, wait, no, wait. Let's have a look if I can find anything more base model-y looking. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of configs for this. How can there be this many conflicts? Is there a way to sort them by like least powerful? I'm pretty sure, like, okay, right, so this is a 1.5 160 and this is a 120. Okay, so this got 120. So what is this? This has also got 120. So a 1.5 that's it's also got 160. Oh, these 7 seats, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with my gut and say that I think these look like they're lower. That it's a lower base. It's a lower base. I don't want the UK one. I want the So I'm gonna go with that, and I am gonna try red. Right. Actually, no, I'm not gonna try red. I'm gonna try blue. Well, no, go that grey blue. Right, chrome blue. Right. I'm gonna go with this one because I think it's gonna be the slowest, and it looks like it's got plastic wheels, so I'm sure it's cheaper. That it's crappier than the 1.5 Z-Tech. So we'll go with this one. Yes, I'm committed to it now, and see what I can do with it. Secretly, I'm also happy because I'm like, oh, if it's slow, it'll probably be easier to drive. Not that I've given any indication that it being slower to drive. What's the only car I've gotten around on camera without crashing yet is the Skoda. But I assure you, I've got both those BMWs around. The other ones, the older 5 Series and the 3 Series, I got them around without crashing. You can take my word for it. Why would I lie? Why? Okay, yeah, this is slow. This is slow, but big and ungainly, so I can't risk it around the corners because this, if any car is going to go sliding off into a barrier, it's this. I'll probably roll this one if anything. I think I've said it in one of my previous videos, but you really should, if you get a chance, watch Nürburgring videos from the 70s. Literally, the car. I don't think any of the cars you see them are ever going more than say 50 miles an hour, but they all, like nearly all of them, if they hit a curb, even just slightly, they roll. There's one where like people literally fly out, like for like some horrific 1970s public education movie about wearing seatbelts. Like someone just flies out the window. It's like, what? They're fine because the car isn't going fast. That's what's mad about it. It's like all the cars back then, none of them had more than like 50 horsepower. Occasionally you'll see a Porsche, and the Porsches are the only ones that like look like they can hold the road. Or like I think there's like some I can't remember what it's called. Opel used to make it like it's not, I think it's like an Ascona coupe that they kind of look like they're holding the road okay, but it's like touch and go, you know? Oh, I've got the sat nav. I can see where I'm going. Semi useful. Alright. Let's have a look. It's very annoying that I've got that little driver menu up front when I would prefer to have the speed there. I can't see it behind the steering wheel. I mean, as detailed as this is as a sim, I don't think anybody gives you the option to like adjust the steering wheel height. Maybe it's somewhere in the menu. You never know. Well, I can't do it now. I am driving the Nürburgring in a Ford S-Max. I think this is the 2nd gen one. I don't think they make it anymore. I don't think Ford don't seem to make much anymore. What happened there, eh? I don't know what it's like in the UK, but like in Spain, you very rarely see Fords. I've seen a few Cougars recently. Is it the one the off-road, the SUV one? I think in the US they're called like something else. But that they seen an uptick in them. I guess they're doing them as like they're doing like a renting deal. You know, where you don't buy the car, you just pay an exorbitant amount of money for it to have it for 3 years, then give it back at the end. You basically pay for the depreciation, so that when they sell it, they've basically made money. they've not lost no money. Yeah, I've seen a couple of them, and I think I've seen one Ford Explorer used to be parked around here, like the new one, which I think I looked at Ford's website, and it does look like they officially sell it in Europe. But it's much smaller than the Explorer used to be. It's like a sort of reasonably sized car now. Um, but yeah, I don't see Focuses much anymore. Like maybe 2 or 3 year old ones, but no, you don't really see new ones. Pumas, yeah, I suppose I see Pumas. And I think they stopped making the Fiesta now, haven't they? But I mean, when I tell you, when I was a kid growing up, admittedly in the UK, not in Spain, Fords were literally everything. Ford Focus was like every second car you saw on the street was a Ford Focus. You fucking fuck! Okay, what have I done? Okay. Wow. You know what? It doesn't drive too badly. I'm gonna give it a go. I might have to screenshot this because it looks so ridiculous. I should have screenshot the BMW as well. Oh well, you'll have to get the cover pic. The thumbnail will have to be a perfect BMW pic and a completely trashed Ford S Max pic. Oh, you know what? The worst thing is this is gonna like really be the slowest one now, and it's gonna be like, oh, because it's an MPV, and it's like, no, 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 it's because I mashed it the fuck up. Oh, another one. I shouldn't be talking when I go into like into that corner. That corner seems to ruin me. And I'm always like, oh, now's the time to start like an expansive disposition on the range of Ford motor cars and the changes in sales numbers in the last 20 years. Well, I will finish that thought. Like, Ford Focuses when I was a kid were like everywhere. Now, nada. They were like I think they were the best selling car for like, I think from like 1999 all the way up until through the second gen. Oh, I'm stuck in. I think it's a traction control that's like applying the brake. In here, what does it look like? That whistling sound is horrible. I don't think I can even get fast enough to like slide out round a corner. Oh well, I'll try and those exhaust pipes though, pretty snazzy. Did I take off the whole rear? Yeah, I did. I wish I could figure out how to make replays work in this game. I bet that would look bloody awesome. Hey, I'm a diesel. I shouldn't be struggling with hills. I mean that's mashed. That's fully mashed. Didn't lose any of the wheel covers though. Imagine if you like took your family car to the Nürburgring just for an experience and did this to it. I've definitely seen some people who've like been driving like sort of leaving the track and their cars look like they're absolutely mashed up. Usually scratches more than like this, but you do see massive deep grooves down the edge or like bumpers that are being crashed in. Okay, let's see what photo mode holds. Okay, right. Okay, let's see if I can get something with this. Oh, You know what I need to, though? I need to get this side of it to fully show how ludicrous it is. I need to, yeah, I need to go down a bit. I'll be like, right, field of view. Okay, camera speed. I think I need to do this one. I think I also need to. Can I change this direction a little bit? Okay, right. Okay, right, aperture. I want the aperture to be. Okay, right. Oh, that's it. I need to, yeah. Okay, right. Okay, right. Okay. I think a little bit. Ooh, looks lovely. Lovely jubbly. I kind of feel like I'm near-ish to the end. Oh god, if I don't overcorrect that steering, it really does pull. I feel like I'm nearest the end. Yeah, I'm coming into this turn now. This is near the final straight. That final straight is going to be the worst thing. I can tell you now. I mean, aside from that awful whistling sound, mind you, I'm proud. I'm proud if I do get to complete it without crashing. Serves me right for deciding to talk about my personal interpretation of Ford's disappearance from the leading edge of the market, European car market. I mean, I am going to go on it because like my brain keeps getting clicked on it. But like when you think about it as well, they used to own back then. They owned Volvo, they owned Mazda, they shared the platform like the Mazda 3 and the Ford Focus and the Volvo S40 were all on the same platform. Um, they owned Aston Martin as well, didn't they? They still own, they might still own Aston Martin. I don't know. Um, so I felt like I could smell burning rubber, and I was like, am I having a stroke? Am I starting to believe that I can smell the horrendous smell that would be coming from the front right tyre? Oh, I wasn't where I thought I was. I thought it was a lot closer to the final straight than I am. Well, hopefully that's knocked the wheel straight, but I feel like it might have knocked it even further off to the left. Oh yes, this car is not going to let me get down a straight without a fight. Okay, so we're already over 10 minutes and we are... I don't think we're that close to the end. This is going to be a 15-minute job at least. I'm feeling like it may even be a... Oh man. I think I had a comment on my first video. It was like, oh, stop using your keyboard to steer. And I'm like, you joker. Yeah. You bloody joker. This is an analog stick on a controller. It's bloody difficult to try and get it just right so that I'm not bloody steering like a cartoon villain. I do have a spare PS5 controller. Maybe I'll use that. I don't know. Can you use the motion controls on PC? Maybe it would make situations like this easier. Whoa. You fuck. Oh, I was going to be like, oh no, it feels like I can drive a bit better now. Right now. No, 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 no. Oh, now there's another mysterious rattling sound. Oh, when am I going to get to the end? I really want this to be over. It's painful. I think this is going to be my slowest. Poor S-Max. Everyone's going to think, oh, it's the slowest because it's a stupid old MPV. And I'm like, it's actually quite a dynamic car to drive, considering. Okay, I think this might be the turn where I do one. This is the turn. Yeah, I do this turn and then a right turn out onto the straight, the final straight, which has now become my biggest fear because because keeping this car straight is not easy. Come on, I'm a diesel. This hill should not faze me. Oh my god, this car is a mess. What's worse is that it's not consistent. Like, I can find a position to keep going straight, but then it will sort of veer at the same time. Right, okay. Okay, okay, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. It's like a moment, like when when you pull too far to the right and you let go and it goes straight for a bit, and then the wheels like go crazy again. Oh god. I'm trying to think what I could possibly be slower than. The only thing I can the only thing I can beat, I think, is that Fiat. That was so slow, and I did crash the back, but it didn't affect the driving. It was just like literally, I don't think I got faster than 60 miles an hour. I think when I do a video on that, I'm just gonna have to do just that because it's so slow. Mind you, this video is already touching 42 minutes. So I think I'm gonna end up being 45 minutes. I don't like making these videos too long. People don't want long videos. It wasn't that they can watch while they eat. Well, that's me anyway. I have my best YouTube times when I'm having breakfast on a Saturday and Sunday. It's like the equivalent of Saturday Kids Morning TV. I'm like, ooh, what have I got? What have I got to look forward to? Ooh, there's like an air disasters investigation made by someone. Ooh, there's a content creator who's made a video about a train from the 1960s. Ooh, look, disappearing people. And that's what I do for fun on a Saturday morning now, instead of watch The Silver Surfer. Oh, hang on, let's have a look at this. So, it wasn't the slowest. What was slower? Oh, you're not going to say I was slower than the... I was actually faster by 40 seconds than the Dacia. I've what can I say? I think if I do say so myself, that that means I must have been really crap when I drove that Dacia. I've got the Skoda Octavia. Oh, this was the first time I did it. I didn't do this one on camera, but this was one where I smashed it up halfway round. So that was slow. But yeah, this is the Fiat 126, and that was very slow. I mean, that was like a full 3 and a bit minutes slower, which is saying something because, like I said, I didn't do any damage to the steering on this one. I lightly grazed the back, mostly cosmetic damage, and it ended up like 3 and a bit minutes slower. This one, I full on. I mean, we can go into free roam and have a look at what it looks like. Does the door open, or is it too broken? Too broken. Oh, back door opens. Passenger door opens. Rear passenger door opens. Boot. Will it close? I'm guessing not. I think it's fully broke. Oh no, there you go. Sort of. No, didn't close. Can I open the bonnet? I wonder. Oh wait, no, those are the lights. Where's the bonnet release? Oh, I can't bloody see it. I don't know if it's going to work anyway. Oh, I don't think Ford has one under the bonnet, does it? No, it does. Oh, I thought Ford just had a key in the. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, mashed, mashed. Yeah, mashed. Well, the nice thing about once you're in free roam is you can just press like this, and look, it's brand new again. Brand new. I wish I hadn't ruined it quite that badly because it was a surprisingly nice car. It was different from any of the others I've driven because it's a lot top heavier, leans a lot more into the corners. I wish I hadn't been distracted talking about the history of Ford sales in the UK versus fucking silly bastard. Every time I get literally you'll watch, and every time I do this, I'll be like, no, I shouldn't be talking about important, like getting distracted when I'm driving around tight bends, and every time I'm going to end up doing it anyway. Well, anyway, I'm going to leave it there because this video is now 46 minutes long, and I don't want it to roll over too much. But thank you for watching. There's still more to do. I am running out of cars, sadly, so I might have to start doing some imaginative base diesel, base petrol alternative versions, or slightly increasing the trim level, doing some special editions, or maybe try and. I mean, to be honest, based on this, I think faster cars are going to kill me a lot faster than the slow ones. But I think the slow ones are good because I always think it's more interesting. Just because it's easy to show a Ferrari going around a Nürburgring in GTA, in Gran Turismo, or a Lamborghini, or a high spec Toyota. It's much less likely you're ever going to see a bloody Ford S Max driving around with half its front wing hanging off. Um, so I'll leave it there, and yeah, I will make a couple more videos of this, and then I'll probably run out of content, and we'll see what we can do from there. I am due some more train videos, but I'll end with this beautiful shot of this beautiful Ford S Max. I'm quite a fan of this. I think I'd have this if I had a family. Never gonna have a family, so I can say that. Never have to commit to it. Um, And yeah, I'm actually quite interested in doing the Defender now because I quite like the look of that base model one. But anyway, as I'm wittering on, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and hasta luego.